Haha, you fell into my trap. This is actually a sleeper video about G.I. Joe. Now hold on before you click off. Hold on. Issue number 20 of G.I. Joe in the Energon universe just launched, and we all knew it was coming to this. This is where Duke meets Optimus Prime. Now, of course, spoilers not only for this issue, but for Transformers issue number 30. So if you haven't read that either, this is not the video for you. Hound has been a part of the Energon universe for a little while now, alongside of this G.I. Joe character named Clutch. Now look, I'm really in this video just talking about the Transformers side of things. I'm not going to be talking about the whole issue. Don't worry, I know what you guys are here for. You're here for Transformers, not G.I. Joe. And I have to say, this is how you do a crossover event. I think that this is just the best way to handle these things, where people who are reading all the different Energon universe titles are rewarded for knowing these different characters, but you're not punished for not knowing these characters. And in fact, you're not punished for not even reading this. There's some amazing moments here in this comic for Transformers fans, but even if you decide not to read it as a Transformers fan, it's not like you're going to be missing a vital part of the story moving forward. However, that being said, even if you're not interested in reading G.I. Joe, I think this is an issue you should read simply for the Transformers. It's just balanced so well. Being able to see Hound finally meet back up with his Autobot brothers and sisters is fascinating, and of course we get this amazing reveal where Duke meets the great Optimus Prime, and, well, he's not a Prime anymore. There's some beautiful art here, obviously, that I've used as a thumbnail for this video that I cannot put down. This is just so amazing. The writer Joshua Williamson has done a great job here, and the artist Andrea Milana has done so wonderful. Here's where a bit of an issue is going to arise, and it's not with the comic, but it's unfortunately with the community and fans. Optimus Prime's dialogue is written in this comic so well, even better than the way Robert Kirkman has been writing him in the Transformers comic. And so, unfortunately, I think a lot of people will take G.I. Joe issue 20 and try and use it as a weapon against Transformers number 30. And that's just so lame, and just, come on, let's not do that. Optimus Prime is, well, just Optimus is written a lot better here, dialogue-wise, in my personal opinion. And so it's easy to say, wow, the G.I. Joe comic is a better Transformers comic than Transformers. And again, that's such a lame way of looking at things. This is a G.I. Joe comic through and through. Absolutely, there's no question about that. But this crossover event is fantastic. Seeing Optimus speak with Hound and him giving him a little recap of what's happened with Alita is very awesome. Seeing Optimus smile so much, but also seeing him recollect that Starscream is dead, and us getting to see Starscream fall from this tower from all the way back in issue 24. That's what's great about these crossover events, is that you constantly get to see moments from the other comics, but from a different perspective. The G.I. Joe comic has done this before, as they've constantly shown us Duke's battle with Starscream from Transformers issue number 2, but from different angles. Again, that's why it's done so well. Duke is really upset that he's not going to be able to kill Starscream. It's personal for him, and Starscream, well, I mean, we know he's not dead, but these characters believe he's dead. So Duke is almost kind of heartbroken, and the fact that Optimus takes the time to go speak with him is great, because both of them are strong leaders. Seeing Duke talk about killing all the Transformers that are on Earth is really interesting as well. It goes to show you that Duke still doesn't trust these Cybertronians, and that he's not forgiven them, but obviously right now they are kind of temporary allies. Optimus has these wonderful moments where he's able to talk to Duke and almost kind of give him a little bit of sympathy and encouragement in these moments. I love the fact that Duke says that Optimus speaks like a true warhorse, and Optimus says that they don't have that phrase on Cybertron, but that he'll tell him a tale anyways. Of course, Clutch and Hound, the bromance continues on, and they're kind of laughing and speaking to each other about how Optimus and Duke are probably getting along finally because they're both leaders, but they also need to hush and be quiet as they walk back. I really enjoy the decision here to have Hound stay with Clutch and G.I. Joe. I don't think he necessarily needs to be part of the Transformers comic. I think he's been doing really good in the G.I. Joe comic as kind of the wild card. And that's also another reason why I think you should read the G.I. Joe comic, because Hound is really, really good in it. And it's just a fun comic. But once again, seeing these characters talk to each other, obviously the writer here, Joshua Williamson, knows that for these comics, he doesn't want you to have to go back and forth and read every single comic in this universe. And the characters kind of convey that to us when Optimus says that they're going to continue on their own mission, and Duke is going to continue on their own mission as well with G.I. Joe. And if they need each other, they can call each other. But for the time being, they're still going to part ways. Again, I think this is the best way to handle something like this. We should not be discouraging readers by saying, well, you need to read all 4 titles in the Energon universe with Mask coming out, but you should also reward your readers for reading these other titles. That's definitely something that's hard to do right now, especially after Transformers spent so much time with Miles Mayhem from Mask. I should point out that it's not that I dislike Miles Mayhem or Mask. It's simply the fact that Miles Mayhem got more page time than characters like RC, and so the page allocation was just all wrong. It felt almost like the Transformers comic was busy trying to tell a story for someone else. G.I. Joe here has done this brilliantly, because it is a G.I. Joe story, but it's crossing over with Transformers in just the right way. I think another reason why, unfortunately, this issue, G.I. Joe number 20, will get some flack is because people really do hate Transformers number 30. And this comic continues on with that story. And so people will look at this and maybe not dislike it as much and once again say, ah, man, Transformers is dead because G.I. Joe can do it better. And again, I just think that's such a lame way of looking at things. Joshua Williamson has written Optimus in a great way here, and I hope that Robert Kirkman can write him more like this in the Transformers mainline comics. Hopefully, there's going to be a little consistency there. Of course, to wrap up this amazing moment with these characters that we love, Hound asks him if, for old time's sake, he can say it. And Optimus says it's an honor, and we get such an amazing moment where he says, G.I. Joe, roll out. And we get to see Optimus's vehicle mode. Again, something that I'm super excited to see. Really kind of wish we could see R.C. Magnus's, vehicle mode. But again, even there, I'm kind of dipping into the, issue of, well, G.I. Joe is doing more than Transformers. And so it's hard not to dip into that, but I don't think that should be the dialogue. This is a wonderful, wonderful, perfect way of doing a crossover event like this. Again, reward those who are reading all of the titles, but don't punish those who aren't. If you're not reading G.I. Joe and you're not interested in G.I. Joe, then I would say read this issue digitally or pick it up if you have a local comic book shop. It's a really nice look into the world, and even if you're not interested in that, it's a great moment with Optimus and these other characters, like Hound as well. If you are interested in reading G.I. Joe, then I would highly encourage it. It is the most consistent comic within the Energon universe right now. The characters are fun. It really is a lot like Transformers. Characters with goofy, crazy names and weird, different gimmicks going all over the world and just solving problems and fighting bad guys. It is a lot of fun. But either way, I've really, really enjoyed this. And I think you would too, especially if you love Transformers, and especially if you want to see a new Optimus written well. Thanks for watching. If you want to join the dialogue and the discussion, I've left a link below to join my community server. It's a lot of fun, very chill, basically a family there. We do movie nights, game nights. We do a monthly call where we talk about all the Energon Universe titles. I would love to see you guys there. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you. Bye.